Hi everybody, we're back in our usual configuration in tiny little squares. Hi everybody.
Yay!
Oh, I got in our usual configuration in tiny little squares. Well, our audio is working.
That's good.
Yeah. So here we are, back from the cabin, except for Drew, who's still at the cabin. Lucky. And if
Drew wins.
Yeah, he does win. He won D&D. If you didn't see our last couple episodes and don't know what's going on, or if you don't know at all what's going on, long ago in the beginning there was a thing called the Vanishing, and it made everybody forget all about who they are. And there were some people who were recruited as collectors, and their job was to find out what was behind the Vanishing, go and gather up all these pieces of prophecy, which they did very well at until they all died. And then there was a new group of collectors who took up the mantle of this quest to defeat the Vanishing, and most of them died. But Wigbit stuck around, and Ephelis, who was kind of behind getting the original collectors involved, got roped into this whole thing. Didn't really plan on adventuring, but here he is. And so they found out, they gathered up all this information and discovered that some agents of Shar were behind it, and they were using the Illithid as a tool in their terrible plot, it appears. So the party went down into the Underdark and kept going down, 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 and have been in the Underdark for 80 years. And finally got to the end of Zusbingar, which is this big Illithid colony, and discovered what they think was the source, or being used as part of the source of this Vanishing, which was this elder brain. This big old Illithid had transformed into a big brain and was sitting in a pool and controlling everything. So they got to its chamber and they put the killing blow into it, and as they did, a portal opened up, and it slid through the portal with the body of Gerelda Hawkstone, who they did not recover. And it appears the portal went to the Astral Sea, where some of the dead party members were before. So with that all wrapped up, and the psychic influence of this thing gone, the party has decided it's time to leave the Underdark and get back to the surface. Ephelis is ready to get back. He feels that things on the surface probably aren't going well. Alishu's got a kraken about to eat his island, so there's that. Wigbit has had enough of the Underdark. Gralrez and his new girlfriend are gonna do something. I don't know, go off and do their own thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something.
Yep. And the gnome companions want to get back home, so everybody's kind of ready to leave this place. Before we left, we decided to try and poison the pool that the Elder Brain was in, since it was beyond our means to destroy. It was even beyond Ephelis's magic to destroy it. So decided we couldn't do that. Almost, because her Deva is dead, but at least she's not suffering anymore. So we decided that we were going to trek back with the gnomes and go to their home and then up to the surface and then take a portal back. On the way, we're going to try and disrupt what's left of down here as much as we can. So their portal bridge, we're going to try to do something about that. Maybe we'll stop in the Feydark and Feywild and see if we can let them know what's going on as we make our way back out the way we came, and hopefully we'll all survive on the way back to the surface. I think that's most of everything.
Yeah. Right.
We won, in other words.
We did.
Yeah.
Complete victory.
Survived.
As long as you have a really narrow definition of winning, we did it.
We do, and we did.
We did.
I mean, you survived. I think that's partly winning, right?
See,
after the rest of everything that happened, that's a win.
Yeah.
Right. I
mean, Alishu might think that winning means absolutely raising everything that's down here. Bailing all the water out of the pool, searching down every last
He never had a real job that he had to go through.
Yeah.
what's that?
He What? Sorry, nothing.
Yeah. Yes. It's not a flaw. It's a trait. And if you do me injury, I will crush you, ruin your name, and salt your fields.
Yeah.
So that checks out.
I mean, that's so. Read that again.
If you do me injury, I will crush you, ruin your name, and salt your fields.
For some reason, I thought you said at first, if you insult me. And I was like, he's got to really. He needs to work on that. Right. That's it's not okay. That's not the appropriate reaction.
No, that's escalating.
Yeah, well, I think that I think as the scene opens, we get like the opening credits, and as the credits are flashing across the screen, like we see this group of 10 now, the 10 survivors of this assault, busily transporting poison up to the pool, and it's like the whole credits montage scene of and as the credits finish saying directed by, we've put the poison in, we see Prince Elishu put his arm into the poison, and he kind of shakes his head or nods his head as in I'm sure this is the right thing. We have just salted the fields of this elder brain, and so that was that took you took a long rest, a long much needed rest, and then we're able to do this, and it took you a few hours to do all this, even with the help of some unseen servants and some levitation, but eventually the poison's in the pool, and and so then the next step was to head back to the portal that originally brought you here. One thing, in case you missed it last time, or in case we forgot, because we did have a small case of one of us forgot everything about who they were, and so Grauez spent a little time in the pool, as did Prince Elishu. Wigbit spent a little time in the pool on the back of a big old brain, but yeah. So Grauez is still, I think, he's getting some things back, at least the things he got before he was vanished the first time. But yeah, everything's still kind of a haziness for him right now. As
he's fresh.
Huh?
He was already still pretty fresh.
Right. So now he's so he got up to 1, or he got up to 2, and then he had to restart to 0, and now he's back up to 1 again. Yeah, so he's trying to creep up again. But yeah, so after some time, the party takes their leave, and they head back the way that they came in, and of course along the way, grab the map here real quick just so I can look at it, make sure I'm not saying anything wrong. There it is. So you pass back through where the Illithid chambers were. You pass back across the invisible bridge, past the dead bee here, through the chamber with the dead Balhanath, back out past the bolter. Yeah, I was trying to read my own handwriting. Past the bolter. Of course, you get to the area of poison, and we don't need to roll for that. I mean, some of us probably aren't going to make the roll, and some of us will make the roll, and then between Ephelis and Grauez, we can, take care of the effects of that. So,
Wigbit definitely screws it up every time.
Every time. Because he keeps walking through his mouth open. He's got the mask. We went over this. He put the mask on, but you got to cover up your whole face, not just your mouth.
Checks out so far.
Yep.
Yeah. I like how Mike rolled the die just to see what number he can get.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Yep.
he got,
Yeah, Mike.
The wonder.
he got two
Like,
numbers.
Mike rolled a 4.
He got, well,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he only got one number. Never mind.
What's that?
I thought for a second he got two numbers, but it wasn't true.
No, this is one of his good saves.
Yeah, I'm proficient in Constitution.
See that?
They rolled an 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
If I
yeah.
roll an 11, look out.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was a good roll. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But you head back up that passageway. You get back to the room with the blade machine. And then you continue on through this level hallway, back up to the DAC room, as it would. This chamber is starting to have a pretty nasty stench about it, because things have been dead in here for many hours now. But you pass through that, you get to another area of poison. Again, we don't need to roll unless you want to. Some of us will make it. Wigbit won't make it. Prince Elishu won't make it. Yeah, he's gonna roll it. Oh, look at that!
What's that?
You actually
No.
make it.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 7 times, shame on me. Okay, yeah. And you eventually get back to that corridor, that teleporting corridor, which coming this way is a lot easier because you just kind of step out and you're fine. Although you do realize that if you tried to go back, you would have to do the same thing you did to get here the first time. Kel and Caliph and the gnomes have, at this point, they've never been this way before, so this is all new to them. And then this passageway, the winding passageway. And so as you step into it, it is still dark and there's still this mist. But you don't feel the effects of the mist attacking you now as you're moving through it, as it was on your way down. It's still dark, still hard to see. So you still are feeling your way as you go back up. But like I said, it's not trying to incapacitate you as it was when you were coming down the first time.
Nice. Because there's nobody driving.
And so, yeah. Really correct. Yeah. Y'all can all make that assumption that the Elder Brain was in control of this piece, and without the Elder Brain here, that's not happening anymore. And so eventually you wind your way all the way back up, and so after a good 3 hours of total travel, you get back up to the portal room. Let me find the portal room. I'll throw it back up here just so you can see it. And so you're coming out of, and I don't have your minis or your pieces on here right now, but you're coming out from this hallway over here on the right side. Everybody see it?
Mm-hmm.
And so as you come out, number one, there's still a lot of bodies lying around on the floor here. Another chamber that has got quite a stench to it by this point. But the one thing that you notice, because you were there to look for it, is that the portal is gone.
Yay, problem solved.
Which portal is it?
See,
This is the one to the Feywild.
So
this is
Yeah.
the one to the Feydark.
one half of the bridge, or one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep. See, hey, get up here and you take a look around and you see there's no portal there, and there's just a passageway that extends beyond. And you knew the passageway was always there, but you couldn't ever get to it because you'd be stepping back through the portal. But now you can actually see that there's just a passageway and it continues on.
And he goes to the other Elder Brain.
yeah, that's where we're hiding the other one. In that passage.
In that passage. Yeah. And so the gnomes, of course, are just like, they're just standing there. They don't know actually what you're looking at right now.
So can anybody take magic, see if there's any residue left over, see if this thing's just turned off or if it's gone? Like, those are things that you can detect with magic, right?
If there was residue, then you could detect with magic. Ephelis will detect magic. And he says, I do not detect any more magic here.
So it's not that the portal's deactivated, it's that it's not here.
Well, I guess that's a good thing.
That's a great thing.
That solves that problem.
So what about this path?
I mean, at least we know whatever was making the portal isn't anymore. Which is good.
Right.
They shouldn't have been doing that in the first place.
I wonder if the Elder Brain had control of that.
Can they make portals?
I don't know what they can do.
We either.
God. But don't you recall, Ephelis says in the well, Cal, I don't know if you saw this, but I know that we had talked about the four of us and Halion, that we saw there was a shadowy figure that seemed to have placed this portal here.
The one with the crossbow.
The one with the crossbow, yeah.
Crossbow.
Yeah, it was
A woman?
probably a woman. I mean, it certainly, but it was a silhouette. So sometimes those things are hard to tell. We don't make judgments like that. But most likely it was a female figure with a crossbow.
No, I saw two individuals in front of portals, but it was that old elf and the armored, the plate mail on Char symbols on the armor. I don't know if they
You're really cutting in and out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seemed like they were making it. I just saw them standing there. But if this individual was actually making the portal, then
Maybe we all killed her along the way.
or
I didn't notice killing anybody with a crossbow.
there just isn't a reason to have it anymore. Whoever that is might know that. If that individual could make portals, then maybe that's the one who opened the one that we saw yesterday.
That could be.
Yesterday.
Should we look down this path just a little ways and?
It was a couple days ago. Couple long rests ago.
The portal that sucked the brain.
What'd you say, Wiglet?
Should we go take a peek down this path and see what the portal had behind it?
That seems like a reasonable idea.
I'm curious.
And Caliph and Kel would recognize the top passageway as the one that they know. Caliph will say, like, well, we know what is down this passageway.
Yeah, it was up there before.
That leads out.
That's good.
It does.
It's good to know. So we need to come back to this place. But we should go down this way and make sure that we're not leaving something behind that ought not to be left behind.
I mean, did we not already leave some things behind to start with?
We did, and I'd prefer that that didn't happen. But we couldn't do anything about that. It seemed.
I was more just thinking maybe there'd be some cool treasures or something.
I mean, how far does this thing go? How long are we going to take wandering down a random passage?
Peek around the corner, maybe.
It's not a random passage, it's the passage that was blocked by the portal.
All right. And Gralrez will go sneak up that way and try to take a quick look.
Is he feeling extra sneaky again?
He's back to normal sneakiness.
Oh man, that's pretty sneaky.
He has no idea about that, but
He's feeling good.
I mean, he doesn't realize that he wasn't at normal sneakiness at one point.
He didn't feel exhausted?
I mean, I guess he was still exhausted after the fight, but like he wasn't trying to sneak around. He was just exhausted and freaking out.
Yeah, panic is exhausting.
So yeah, Growlers will come this way and sneak explore.
Okay, so the gnomes do say, we appreciate your forthrightness, but we will not accompany you far.
No, don't worry, I don't plan on going far. And like literally, he'll go look around this bend.
And it just continues on for as far as you can see.
Come right back. It just keeps going.
Say a half hour?
There's 20 Illithid down there.
I mean, we could make a half-hour trip up the direction we know is going to lead us out of here.
I think it's time to visit their home.
Because one half hour will lead to another half hour, and eventually we're somewhere we don't want to be. I'm already somewhere I don't want to be.
I'm somewhere I don't want to be, but I think that we are somewhere we need to be.
Well, from the sounds of what you told me happened yesterday, we've already done that part.
The portal is gone. That's big.
And apparently we killed a brain.
Now we need to go
I don't know that that's
wherever
true.
it went.
Well, we
Defeated.
ran the brain off.
We did. We did that.
And let's get out of here.
Yeah, we killed it. It's dead.
I don't know that that's true. I would like very much for that to be true, but I just...
No, I mean, I shot it and then I watched it die. It's dead.
That makes sense.
The gnomes say if Tably says you have proven yourselves, Prince Elishu. If you wish to journey down this passageway for a half an hour, whatever an hour is.
Very strange timing.
Is that like?
It's a portion of a day.
Oh.
And they have a day. I don't.
I'm assuming your day is your how you measure time.
Yes.
It would, Gralrez, it would be about the time it would take you to mix up 6 potions.
That long?
Yeah. Or no, 3 potions. Sorry, 3 potions. Half an hour. An hour is about 6 potions worth of time.
And they all look at you. They look at you, Growlers, like, so how long is that?
I look at them and go, that's a very long time. Like what kind of potions?
Like the red, when you sit and make the red ones.
Red potion.
Yeah, red potion.
It would take 6 rests.
Doesn't he make those in 10 minutes?
He makes those in a day.
Oh, I thought those were 10 minutes. What does he make in 10 minutes? Haven't I seen him make something in 10 minutes?
He does protection from poison in 10 minutes. All his
There
ritual.
you go.
Oh, that, yeah. the time it takes you to like get us over the poison. Like, if you
So
had to
we'll
guess
say
the
like,
time.
yeah, we'll say somewhere along the way, like when y'all were coming back, you had to make us a poison potion for somebody, a protection and poison potion for somebody. So
Right,
they
right.
thought they saw you do that, yeah.
Alafi, the first time we went through the poison.
Oh,
Right.
But not the second time.
that's different. No, that's. Oh, it's not too long.
No. Yeah.
So they look at you again, like, can you translate that into
I
Scrifneblin speak?
Unless you want me to make up Underdark time.
Do what?
And I translate it unless you want me to make up Underdark time.
No, that's good. As long as you translate it, it's yeah. And so they say, we would be willing to, take this passage with you for this half an hour, as you say, if that is what you desire.
Thank you.
All right. And Railroad starts sneaking
Yes.
off in the direction.
I'd be willing to.
All right, so we all shuffle down the south passage there.
Going down here?
3 rituals worth of time.
And 3 rituals worth of time. All right.
We just like,
What'd you say, Kel?
is it what? We just like strolling around in the Underdark? Is that what
There was a portal here, now there isn't, so we're seeing what's past it.
Probably just.
You're like the least curious explorer ever.
I mean, I feel like I've seen. I kind of get what's going on here. Kind of the same like passage, some Illithid, maybe some poison gas. No passage, more of that.
Yes. Ephesus agrees. He's like nodding his head with you, but I suppose it can't hurt to add another 30 minutes to our time down here.
It can.
It can. You're right. It certainly can. You're not wrong.
See.
Elishu asked somebody to cast light on his sword.
Railroad stays far ahead.
Caliph goes with you. Omo cast light on your sword.
Thanks, Oma.
So, but yeah. So you proceed down this passageway, and it looks like an Underdark passageway. You probably follow it for a good 10 to 15 minutes, and you don't see any other like left or right. You don't see any alcoves. I mean, it's like a straight corridor for 15 minutes or so, and then you do see. You start getting some more like smaller nooks and some side passageways, and you shine the light in there, and you go in for 100 feet or so, and it dead ends, or it trails off to like a little underground stream, or but it has a look, and the gnomes will, and the deep gnomes will, that it looks a little different than the area that you were just in, Zusbingar. Like you didn't see like any water flowing through Zusbingar, and you didn't see any, the tunnels just kind of have a different look to them. And so, the gnomes look a little more, at ease as you continue down the passageway, even though they're on their guard, of course, because you're in an Underdark passageway. But you follow that main passageway again for 15 more minutes after that, and it's been 3 rituals worth of potions, and it continues.
Every once in a while, as we're walking down, I'll be like, "Ha! Just kidding."
Wigbit would definitely dip his feet in and get them nice and cleaned off and moistened up. Yeah, that'd be nice.
And the water's cold, but it's cold water. But
It's wet.
Yeah, probably feels good. Yeah.
All right. It's been about long enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's not overcommit to the place, I guess.
We'd gone just one more minute. That's where we would have found it. Everything.
I know.
The four rituals were.
Yeah, you just missed it, y'all.
It was like the perfect equipment for each of our characters.
Yep.
And a good fight worth how much experience do we
And
get?
nothing like a kingdom of gnomes and other small things to find a magic greatsword, you know? You know why it's laying around?
The 13,000 experience.
That's a lot.
Actually, there was actually a warp tunnel to the end of the campaign. You would have won. You would have won D&D tonight.
No, we
if you
wouldn't
had
have.
gone
We would have got our
warp
asses kicked because we didn't do any of the interceding stuff that would have gotten our levels up.
Right.
No, I know how that game's played.
No, you just got to run under the jumping dragon and you'll make it. Or yeah.
You just gotta have the right strategy, and it doesn't matter.
Yep. Yeah, it would be fine. Yep. But yeah, you turn around and you go back.
If there's a dragon at the end of this, then it's way less dangerous than I gave it credit for.
And you head back and you get back and then you follow the north passageway. So, and as you follow this down, Kel and Caleb start to, especially Caleb, like starts picking up on things here and there that looks familiar. Even though to those of you who are not, at home in the Underdark, this just looks like another tunnel. But, just like for us walking down a roads look funny. For Underdarkers, it's like a different tunnel. So, and Growlers, you start to pick up on some things too, as and you haven't been down this tunnel before, but you're definitely just noting things that others wouldn't note. But you follow this passageway for. Let me get my timeline out here. You follow it for basically the rest of travel time, and the gnomes tell you that, like at the end of 8 to 10 hours of travel, whatever it is, the gnomes tell you, the outposts of Zarasindrek are still a couple. And the Crowder, as you translate it for them, couple hours, 2 to 3 hours ahead. But they recommend resting before moving on, because there's no telling what's going to be there when we get there, and so we want to be fresh when we get there.
Okay.
Find a nice place to set up camp.
Yeah, and so you find a little alcove somewhere that you can hunker down, and Ephelis puts down some magical alarms, and you set the watches, and you just kind of take a rest, and I think that there were some that still had one more level of exhaustion, but that will go away after this long rest. But yeah, you long rest again. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world.
It's not the most comfortable we've been in days.
Right. You're starting to actually get used to it, and you don't have something in your brain now disrupting your sleep, so that's really helping too. So, it might be the most comfortable sleep you've had like a week or so. So, but yeah, so you awaken after the long rest period. We can't really call it the next morning. You awaken after the long rest period, and you continue, and a couple hours in, the gnomes tell you you're close, and then you actually stumble upon, and this is one of those, like, we could roll this encounter if we wanted to, but y'all would win it pretty quickly. So there's a small band of Duergar that are clearly not themselves, if you will, but you don't see like an Illithid or anything commanding them. And they immediately attack you, and the 10 of you are able to put them down with, relative ease. And so after that, the gnomes say, well, we must be getting close to Zarasindrek. So I'd be more on your guard as we approach.
Free XP.
I mean, it's only worth 10% of what we would have gotten, but
well, let's just kill him real quick then, for real.
There's like 10 of you, and then like you divide that out by. I mean, it's not even worth. It's not even worth it.
We'll tell the other 6 just take a rest. We got this.
Just take a rest. We'll take care of this one.
The 4 of us will do it.
Hey, I got a better idea. How about we give that XP to the GM? Because I haven't gotten any XP this whole game. So.
You have gotten so much XP from NPCs.
Yeah.
Just soaking
That's the NPCs. They don't count.
Attention killing PCs? This might be
I guess I didn't think about that before I made that statement. That's a fair point. I guess I probably have gotten a lot of XP.
A lot of XP.
Yeah. Don't throw stones too hard.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you have way more than we do.
And I assume you get all the XP from the characters you kill.
Yeah, which is a lot.
A lot.
But then I have to divide it out among all the monsters and creatures in the world.
You're the only DM. You're the only DM. There's one of you. All the experience.
You get to split it however you want.
Right.
I get to split it however I want.
I'm going to bank this all for the last boss.
Yeah, that's what I did, actually. I just put it all into the last boss. So
there you go.
Yeah. So you travel for like another hour after that encounter, and you get to like it opens up into a little like a little cavern, and when you approach it, Tablet kind of points ahead. And by this point, she's walking kind of up front with Growlrez and Caleth. And Caleth and Kel will recognize this because this is farthest y'all made it, and y'all came this way. And so they she points ahead and says, this is one of our outposts. And so as you cautiously creep ahead, you enter this small cavern. Not cavern, it's more of a cave. It's not that big. And there's nothing in here. And she'll tell you that, when the first assaults came, this was one of the first places that was assaulted. We tried to save who we could. Many of our people were taken that were here. And eventually this outpost was abandoned when we fell back to defend the city. And Kel and Caleth, you just happened upon like a wandering patrol when you met Tably and the rest, and they were here. And so, there's like a split. There's a clear 2 passageways out of here, both of them fairly large. And so she'll point one direction and say, Zarasindrek is more that way. And then she'll point the other way and say, and Angrist is that way. Then she turns and looks at all the non gnomes and says, so is this where we part ways, or do we continue our travels together?
Depends on if we hear this Mind Flayer lair sound coming from either one of these passages.
Drew, can we get that fan noise?
Not going in either one. No, the Mind Flayer sound's playing. We're in the Mind Flayer lair.
I did hear that. Okay, I thought it was just like hearing things.
No, I think you had it set up to go in this room, and it's just been going.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, y'all just got to listen to it. I'm sorry. Okay. I'll throw us back to the title screen so we can stop hearing the Mind Flayer noise.
Oh no, it's still going.
Is it?
Yep.
I don't hear it.
No, it's going. Mind Flayer lair.
Oh, I see it. Mind Flayer lair. In the jukebox.
Oh, look at that, it's going.
Whatever you triggered. Yeah, whatever trigger you had went off.
All right, well, let's go.
I'm going wherever that sound is not.
Wherever it is not?
Yes.
So that you don't lose the character?
I think that we escort the gnomes back to their home.
They're fine. I don't know. So wait, what was our... Yeah. We had discussed which way we were going to go. Were we going to go all the way with them, or were we going to split off here and just take the quickest way to get back to...
I don't think we do.
So we can like...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I would say we can like Blades in the Dark flashback this as we were like walking down the hallway. We can have that conversation. So yeah, go ahead and have that conversation.
Yeah, because I don't think we knew until now that it wasn't like
the same way.
and then
Okay, so I mean, at some point that would come out that Zarasindrek and Angrist are relatively close together, but they're certainly not close together by any. Like
No.
Angrist will be like a couple days up the road and up in the Underdark to.
But I think
up.
Zarasindrek first because we thought it was like on the road too.
Well, and again, it's all relative, right? I mean, it sort of is on the road, because she'll basically tell you that it's, another six poison potions that way, and we'll get to Zarasindrek.
But we don't have to go through Zarasindrek to get to Angrist. We can.
Right, we can ditch now.
Yeah,
that is correct.
If we don't care if we think Zarasindrek is fine, and
I'm sure it's fine. What could have happened?
Nothing.
We need to escort them back.
Well, and so that would also, if that came up, they would tell you that Zarasindrek had been under attack and a lot of people had fled. So as far as they're concerned, Zarasindrek may be deserted by now.
Well,
that's one of the things that, their patrol had been 24 gnomes. And by the time they met y'all, they had been reduced to 9.
Are there any humanoids in Zarasindrek?
Ooh.
If it's only whatever's numbers that way, then it should be close enough.
Oh, well, hang on.
I imagine it's closer than.
It's like a 5-mile radius on those things.
Yeah, that's 5 miles, right? Yep, 5 miles. Any humanoids or fiends?
Yes, you do pick up humanoids within. Let me read this whole thing.
It's really the second paragraph. Additionally,
second paragraph.
Yep.
So you do pick up deep gnomes. You also pick up Duragar. You even pick up a dwarf.
There are down that passageway and pointing towards the Zarasindrek. Yeah, Zarasindrek, that Z place. There are some of your people and also some Duragar and a dwarf. Yeah, a dwarf. Down that way.
She nods. As in,
strange.
The dwarves were. Some of the people of Angrist were helping us defend when the first attacks happened. So
the dwarves smell, is that strong? You can smell it from here?
Yeah. They have a very specific odor. No, I don't smell. I don't smell them. I just have a sense for it.
Right. That plainer sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, either way, I'm going with them.
I'm going with them.
Great. Growlers will start heading off in that direction.
And
I'll walk with Growlers.
And you see, Ephilis sort of has this, I want to go to the right, I want to go towards Angrist. And then he kind of gives one of those, sighs, not an audible sigh, but, his body obviously gives the sigh. And he, turns on his staff and starts following you down towards Zarasindrek.
We're unfazed by finish line.
I thought
Do what?
We're unfazed by finish line.
I thought we were trying to get back to the surface.
We are, but we're doing this right.
I think that way is right if you want to get back to the surface. And it's also right.
Abandoned traveled with us this far.
Right. Wait, what?
The gnomes, we're escorting them back to their home.
I mean, they're basically there.
Yeah, but there may not be a place of peace.
I mean, do you think their own people are going to attack them?
No, I think he's suggesting that perhaps the mind flayers have done bad work here.
Yes.
But they just left some of them alive.
Well, they do have thralls. They would still be humanoid.
They
You
would.
still sense the same thing or whatever you did.
I mean, maybe.
All right, well, then bye. Growlrez continues on that direction.
I follow Growlrez.
Growlrez stays ahead of the light.
So those two are just chasing one another.
Well, as soon as,
You can't catch me.
as soon as you start going that way, the gnomes will also head that way. And then Caliph will go with Growlrez. So it's Oma, Ephelis, and Kel and Wigbit that are left here for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, I'll head that way. This hour is more worth than the half hour. So.
And Ephelis just BFFs.
Oh, here.
Ephelis just looks
It's
at
an
Kel
hour,
and
so
says,
we'll get there.
I mean, unless we. Okay. I don't understand.
Unless we're needed.
I don't understand any of you at all.
It takes a while. So the BFFs and those who have begrudgingly moved down the passageway and everybody in between, you follow this passageway, and again it takes like an hour of travel. It has the appearance of a especially to Growlrez and Kalis and the gnomes of a more well-traveled, like it's a, I don't know how to, it's like how you know when like there's a better road on the surface versus down here. It's a more clean road, if you will. Like this is a more well-traveled road, and so you head down and eventually, so you pass like another outpost and it's kind of the same thing, and you pass through that outpost, and then you come down and you enter it's like an entryway, and then there's like a large cavern like below you, and the gnomes kind of stop here with Growlrez and they say, well, here we are. And so you look out below you and you see like what looks to be like on the well, not on the surface, but on the under the surface, like a gnomish city. Except as you look closer, you can see that there are buildings that are in ruins. There's some evidence of like scorch marks, and so clearly there was some recent battle here. There's a large mushroom forest that part of it has been burned away. There's a palace that overlooks a cliff, and it doesn't look like destroyed from where you are. And not really a big tower. Just more of a, looks like it's definitely the nicest building in this cavern. And that's what you can see. You don't see anybody moving around down there as you're standing looking out over it. And as everybody like catches up,
is it lit up at all?
No, it's not.
Oh, so I didn't see any of that.
That's a fair point. Yeah, unless you had your light on.
Yeah, you've got light in your sword still, right?
Yeah, but even my lantern won't light up that far. Right. So those of you with dark sight, you can make these things out. Okay. Those of you need a light source, yeah.
there's no light on right now. I mean, they're gnomes. They don't need light.
Right.
Means there's nothing. I can't see it. Must be nothing.
Oh, the city.
So
I'll light my lantern and get that going again. This place is bigger than
Caleb cringes.
sword light will.
Yeah.
At least it's only one.
It's bigger than your bullseye lantern too. I mean, it's
Yeah.
But yeah, so the gnomes start to head down. You know, it's like a little path that runs down. So they follow this path down this cliff face until they get down to the level of the city. And then they, they're, weapons. Which those gnomes don't really have any weapons, so they look ready as they're proceeding through the city remains. And as you follow them, they start to kind of wind through, what are clearly marked off as like some streets. You come around one corner and you find some dead gnomes lying on the ground. And as you look at them closer, you realize that they're missing some part of their head. Their brains have been taken out. You've seen enough of that.
How recent?
Not too recent. Definitely not like today or yesterday. It's been a little while. And you do also find some bodies that still have their brains in, but they have like pick damage, a lot of piercing damage. Some of them they're dead, but their brains are still intact. Blood on the face. So just evidence clearly that there were Illithid here, and you would guess probably some thralls that were here as well, and a good number of them. And so I don't know, how long do we want to spend here? Because I mean, you could spend all day here uncovering rubble if that's what you desire.
Well, let's find survivors.
Zero.
0 days. All right, if you want to look around for a few minutes, everybody make an investigation roll.
I wanna look around for 1 minute.
Okay.
Where are they?
Generally.
Yeah.
Generally.
Or, their general direction and distance from me.
Those are good rolls. Yeah. So over the course of a minute and maybe a little more time of looking around, you do find a couple of very injured gnomes that are like under some rubble. And at first you think maybe the houses or the buildings had collapsed on them, but you think maybe they had actually just crawled under there to try to hide. And they're severely wounded and parched. And they also look, famished. I mean, they look like they've been hiding for a long time. And then as you're especially as the gnomes are trying to help them out. Yeah. You also detect with your awareness, you detect there's some Duergar that are relatively nearby, but not actually not in the city proper.
And there's some Duergar over there, but they're over there a little ways. And there's a gnome. Right.
Can you tell if Illithid are with them?
What?
Can you tell if Illithid are with them?
Nope. No, I can't.
So did you tell us earlier on that not only can you not tell that they're there, but then you just suppose that they weren't?
What? Well, I mean, Wait, what? You
Do it.
what?
So let's find some of these. Find more gnomes or find some Durgar or something.
Yeah, I mean, there was like that gnome and that gnome and that one, and one under that, and then some.
What about the dwarf?
How many Duergar?
5.
There's 5 Duergar like over there.
Oh, who wants them?
Oh, any.
What about the dwarf?
The dwarf is
Over there. I mean, like, just again, like under some rubble.
like under that pile right there.
All right, we'll rescue the rest of them.
Okay. Yes, I mean, you pull out six living creatures, humanoids, and they're all, like I said, they're all, very injured, famished, tired, wounded, various states of exhaustion. And they, so you pull them all out, and the gnomes start talking to them in Undercommon, which I think Gralrez can understand them. I don't know if anybody else speaks Undercommon.
I'll start tossing each of these gnomes a berry.
And they feel good.
Yeah. But they also feel full
Right.
for a day.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean they eat. But their conversation, and Tably will kind of relay it to everybody. It says, this was the Illithid attack, and they've been here for, well, the Illithid, after they attacked Zarasindrek, they moved on. So I'm assuming they're moving towards Angrist, is what it seems like.
Yeah, so we should probably go there.
All right, let's catch up with these Duergar and then catch up with Angrist.
I mean, that's not really going towards Angrist.
Tablet says a lot of our people had attempted to escape and probably did escape towards Angrist, and the first attacks were coming. I do not know how many of them made it there. We were defending the city for as long as we could.
We should take
And she kind of looks at the survivors and says, here's some of them at least were here also fighting, or and she kind of sneers at one of them, just refused to leave their home. And then the other one says something, and she mutters, houses can be rebuilt, and just kind of, looks away from that other gnome. It's just a house.
Well, then we should take the path that the gnomes would have taken in case come across any live or dead.
So there's 3 main passages out of here, including the one you came in. And then there's a large cliff behind the palace that looks out over a huge cavern. So in other words, there's a lot of different ways the gnomes could have escaped.
Well, where are those Duergar?
One track mind.
That's the next thing.
You're
We
really
got survivors to make sure that the attackers don't survive.
you're like weirdly obsessed with Duergar.
Well, because they're the enemy in front of us.
I mean, they're not. I mean, are they all enemies?
Well, maybe they're not. But there's only one way to find out.
I think Prince Elishu, Ephesus says, if we spend time tracking down every Duergar that Master Hawthorne picks up with his senses, all we will do is chase Duergar for the rest of our lives. I do not.
But he made it sound like they're nearby.
They are. They're right over there. But they're still over there.
The Underdark are full of Duergar. What Ephlis is getting at.
Yeah. And not all of them are Illithid thralls.
No, but these are Duergar at a battle scene.
And we are various people at a battle scene.
Kel, how far can you generally sense things with your whatever it is you're doing?
About 5 miles or so.
5 miles. That
Yes.
is. So there's Duergar within 5 miles, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Well, these Duergar are this far away. This many miles.
Within a mile.
Yeah, I mean they're like less than a mile that way. The Duergar.
I mean,
Graurez, what is your intention? Are you returning to the surface with us, or are you planning to stay?
Can't return to a place I've never been.
I guess, yeah, not you return, but yeah, our return. Were you gonna join us in continuing this fight beyond the Underdark, or are you planning to stay here and we'll continue the fight down here?
It seems I barely knew you before I lost my memory again, because I didn't even bother writing you in my journal. So
We didn't even make the journal.
So I don't see great cause to continue with you.
Other than the vanishing seems to still have its hold on all of us. Well,
Which means there's
not you, Kel.
plenty of work for me to do down here.
Okay, so Prince Elatiu, do you think it's seems fit to leave this problem here to Graurez and these very capable Schmurfnevlins?
I'm going to spend a little time trying to track if.
Do you think that
Duergar gnomes went through here
they can handle the
while they're chatting?
problems that are left? Seems to me they can, and I think we've got other problems we need to tend to. You talked about the fish dragon that's rising.
Kraken.
Kraken, yes. The fish, yeah, the Kraken that's gonna destroy your island.
The fish angel. Kill the fish
And the
angel.
gnomes are like, as busy as the gnomes are, when they hear you say fish dragon, they all kind of look at you like, what? Fish dragon? And then they're like, go back to what they were doing.
And we've still got prophecy. I mean, you mentioned towers. I don't know that we know about the towers, so we don't. There's some creepy tiger in my brain at times, and
A tiger?
You're in your brain?
What's
when I see
tiger?
the visions, giant striped cat.
All right.
There's another striped, or not striped. I saw Veil, and the Farron. I mean, there's things to continue with, but I think we can leave this to our gnome friends.
And Caleb looks at Growlers and says, but I'm assuming you want to find this gnome and this statue you spoke of first, right?
I mean, I don't even really remember it. I just wrote it down.
It must have been important then. More important than your companions, I would take it.
No. Yes.
She only,
And we can at least escort you to Angrist, since obviously there's nothing for us here.
Should we bring all of these? I don't know.
Well, at this point,
People left behind to Angrist? Is Angrist going to be welcoming to them?
the dwarves.
If the rest of their people went that way, or some of the survivors went that way, then at least some of their people are there. We hope.
Tablet says, I don't think any of them are in any condition to travel right now. But I can send Phuvil with you as your means in. And she looks at Grauras and raises an eyebrow. Unless you have some say with the people of Angrist.
I don't think so. I've never written of an Angrist. I don't know that I know what it is.
I suppose Phuvil then can lead you there.
Get us into a city.
Do what?
I should be able to get us into a city.
Tably laughs.
With your charm?
That should do it.
So, you're not approaching the city from, I think, you will need someone to guide you there, if nothing else, to lead you there.
Yes,
We appreciate it.
getting to this place.
But yes, after you arrive there, I would leave it to your wit and charm to see your way inside.
Well, we're full of that.
That's us.
But Tabby gives a little gnomish bow and says, "You are worthy companions. And I do wish you luck on your further ventures."
The same to you.
Be well and good luck in rebuilding this.
Thank you for joining battle alongside us.
It was a great battle. So Foodie and Tably start to gather up the survivors and start needing them, and
All right.
Nephilis says, so
It's a nice
looks at Phuvil.
place. Luck.
It will be again.
I'm sure.
That place just keeps getting run over.
It does. It does.
They're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
This
So,
is in the Underdark.
So Phuvil kind of, and you could tell when Tably volunteered Phuvil, his shoulders dropped a little bit. Okay, it's fine. I'm the lowest ranking member left. All the other ones died, so I guess I gotta, yeah. So he points back the way you came and says, "That way's faster if you're trying to make haste. But if you want to chase Duergar, well," he points the other way, and then the other way.
We need to be chasing Dura around, do we?
No. All right.
That way.
Back to the king.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, he starts to. Phuvil walks with you, Grauras and Calith, and y'all start.
I'll take
Heading.
it slow so he can keep up.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think you got to take it slow so Calith can keep up too.
Is she normal speed?
Yeah, she's only 30. I mean, otherwise, I mean, she could teleport, like, you know, but just walking speed, yeah.
Yeah, the question normally gets around in the Underdark is just teleporting point to point.
I mean, if she needs to, you know,
We're gonna do it.
as long as it's dark.
Yeah, that'll get you from A to B pretty
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. So you head back up the path, and you know, as you're leaving the, you're heading back out the passageway. And as you leave the passageway, like, you know, we have that like camera shot that stays on the palace for a minute, and there's a brief like violin tinge, and like your fourth ed characters sigh as they look back on that palace, you know, and then you proceed on down the passageway. So you head back, get back to the outpost, get back to the second outpost, and then you follow. And Phuvil does say, it usually takes our people a couple of, and he translates, a couple of days to make it to Angrist. So just be ready. It's a long journey.
Well, fortunately, difficult terrain will not slow our group's travel, and will remain alert to danger.
Oh, look at that.
And we can't be lost.
Oh, it was the Underdark natural world.
It doesn't. It just says. I mean, I'm a master of the natural world. But yeah, I don't. Is this wilderness? I don't know. Everywhere is wilderness.
I thought they had attached us to different, like, so like you had favorite enemies and you had favorite terrain. So did they get rid of that in Arcana? In the Unearthed Arcana?
See.
Or maybe Xanathar's added it. I don't remember.
So this
Option.
Oh, where does this thing happen? Natural world. I am a master of navigating the natural world.
Yeah, I think they took away the favored terrain.
They
If
okay.
that was a thing.
Yeah, because it was in the regular player's handbook. You had favored terrain.
Yep. No one just get it all.
But now it's just one of the terrain because Ranger needed some.
Yeah. Did
Some
did someone build the Underdark, or is it naturally occurring?
I think we've already kind of established it's not natural.
There's a both aspect to that. It's they're like the caves and the warrens are the natural piece, but then most of the tunnels and passageways are.
Well, as long as we're in the caves, then we're fine.
All right, so as you proceed, thinking you'll never be lost.
Right.
Yeah, but you have a guide, so you're good. Yeah, so you travel, you know, for the rest of this day. Near the end of this day, you actually come across another gnomish outpost, but this one looks more an outpost. It actually looks like a small community, but it looks run over. I mean, it's there's not a lot left to it, and Phuvil comments, this was Quarry Town. Well, was Quarry Town. And so, you know, he starts to just kind of, you know, check. I mean, it's not like a huge cavern. It's like just a small area. And there's, you know, an area off to the, you know, one side that obviously there's mining going on, and, you know, gem spelunking and all that good stuff. But there's, you know, nobody here. And he you know, does a little looking around, and, well, I guess this is as good a place as any for us to just hunker down and get some rest.
Yep.
So,
Fair enough.
and so, again, set wards. We set, you know, watches. He, you know, as y'all are settling down, like, he kind of points down another passageway, because there's 2 other passageways leading out of here, and he points down, towards one. He says, Glimmerfell was down there. It's another one of our places. I'm sure there's not a lot left of it either, but Glimmerfell gets run over more than Zarasindrek does. He just kind of laughs.
Oh, no.
So we'll rebuild that one too. Anyway. Besides that, he doesn't really say much unless you ask him questions about things. Like I said, Phuvil's pretty quiet overall. But you hunker down, rest. You wake up, and again, it's a long rest period. You must be getting used to sleeping down here because it seems to be getting more and more comfortable. Growers, it finally feels normal again.
Whatever that feels like.
Whatever that feels like, yeah. Well, you know what that normal rest feeling feels like. Yeah. Actually, growers, make a sanity roll too.
Yeah. While we're at it.
Oh, that's right. You had to make a sanity roll. Okay. All right. So make another sanity roll.
Whoa.
Just because I'll let you choose which one you want to take. All right. So one of those is going to be to remember something, and one of those is going to be to lose another point of sanity. So I'll let you decide which one you want to put where.
I can't decide. Even as 2 and odd as
okay.
Odd as 14 for the standard, like the important one.
Okay.
Even the 2. Yep, I lost another point.
Okay. Yeah, so there was a time period that had expired sometime, because remember you had that like feeling of you felt like you were poisoned and you never like felt super cleansed from that, and like you finally gotten over that, but in the course of you having to get over that, you feel you lost a little more there.
Yep.
But then as that's happening, the 14, you start to, you're getting some things back. Like number one, you realize you have no idea where you are, but not because of the vanishing, because you realize you've never been here before.
Right.
And you're starting to remember your companions, like you'd already kind of had an idea of Caliph, but then like some of the others, like you remember meeting Ephilis the first time, and then some of the other ones. You remember like there was something about Prince Elishu that you didn't really care for, but you can't quite put your finger on what it was. There was something about it that was just a little off for you, and you don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But
all right.
Yeah. And you didn't write it in your journal, so
yeah, I'm sure it'll
yeah. But yeah, so like some of those things are starting to come back for you. But you wake up, long rest, you proceed to follow after about half a day of travel. You come to another. This one is a much smaller. I mean, almost was like just like a cave, but it's been like there was some mining going on. And Phuvil notes that this was like one of our outer mines that we at one point, but again, there's nobody here. And I mean, there's some tools that are lying around that have been left kind of in a hurry, but otherwise, there's nothing here. Wigbit and Kel, you both can pick up on. Like you're finding as you're getting closer to what you think is Angrist, you're finding more and more prints, in the dust and the stone, humanoid footprints, as you're getting closer. But otherwise, yeah, you follow, and at the end of this long rest period, Phuvil says, so we're getting close. maybe a couple more hours of travel, and we'll be there. So but I'm pretty beat. I don't know if you are.
Yeah, time to put in again.
All right. So you put in, rest up again, and then you wake up again, feeling a little more fresh. And the next day, you do travel for a couple hours, and everyone notices, even those of you without any kind of like underground sense, that you're definitely going up now. Like you've been, it's not been readily obvious that you are going up, but now you can all feel it. Like you're climbing. And so you climb up, and you get to a section of passageway that widens, and it's easily, 2 persons wide. Here, like some of the other passageways have narrowed to 1 person. Sometimes they've been like 1.5. Sometimes, but this one's clearly two person wide, and sometimes maybe even a little more than that. And you follow it for a little while, and and as you draw closer, and Grara, you can kind of see it on the edge of your dark sight, and Phuvil says, so, and he points ahead. He says, that's the entrance. Well, that's one of the entrances to Angrist. And as you're looking ahead, all it looks like to you is like a hole in the wall is what it looks like.
All right. Proceed forward.
Yeah.
And Phuvil all of a sudden looks a little more cautious about proceeding forward. Like he's walking with you, but he's a little more, huh?
What's wrong?
Well, if those creatures attacked here like they attacked Zarasindrek, well, I don't know.
Are dwarves around here not hardy?
Well, we'll find out.
All right.
Anyone alive in Angrist?
Yes.
Good. Humanoid?
Yes.
Beans?
Dwarves, gnomes,
Duragar?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Huh.
Well, good or bad?
I mean, if they've been here, there are a lot of survivors up ahead. Some of your people. Looking at Phuvil.
Yes. Oh, good. I hope most of them made it here.
Yeah.
At least some of them
I
did.
think we provided them enough of a defense that they could flee here.
Hopefully.
I hope.
That was noble.
I don't know about noble, but it seemed the right thing to do. So you kind of creep ahead, and as you draw closer to like this hole in the wall, Phuvil like puts his hand on your Gralrez like to stop. If there were dwarves here, they would have stopped us by now.
Alessio sheathes his sword.
Did he say that in
Undercommon?
Undercommon?
I don't know. 1, 2, or 3 said it in Undercommon because he was nervous. Yeah, he said it in Undercommon because he was nervous. Yeah, so he slips right back into Undercommon. He just like grabs Growers and says, yeah. And
Growers will reply in Undercommon. All right, I'll be back. And then in Common, he'll put a hand back to everybody. I'm going to just look ahead. Phuvil says that we should have already seen dwarves.
I mean, there are some dwarves in there.
Yeah, but we should have seen them if this is an entrance they protect.
Yeah, this would be part of their defensive perimeter.
I'll keep that light off me. Raras will sneak forward.
Unless they don't have enough left to defend all of their entrances.
So you creep forward. You'll make a stealth roll.
Oh, I'm slowly doing it.
Oh, you're still okay.
I made it.
Wow, yeah,
So.
you did it. Man, y'all didn't even see Raras disappear. He just vanished. Yeah, so you quietly you very quietly sneak ahead, and you kind of get up to this as I said, like this hole in the wall, and well, I guess to you this looks fair low. Like it looks like if there was like an archway that was like put into a wall, and it does look a little more made out than like just like a regular. It's not just a hole in the wall, but it looks like, if you will, like some kind of gate, if you will. But there's no gate that's in the way. But as you peek in through it, you see that there's another like a big cavern, behind it, or like through it. And as you're just kind of peeking in, you see that there are there's obviously been a battle here, because there's corpses like littering the ground here. You see dead Duergar. You see some Grimlocks, like a dozen Grimlocks just scattered about the floor. And you see several dead dwarves, just kind of from where you're like looking in. And the dead dwarves are in here, have the Angrist, like, and you don't know the Angrist heraldry, but they're wearing obviously heraldry.
Right.
And the heraldry they're wearing is that same. Let me get this right, because I don't want to screw it up. It's the same crossed hammers, I believe it was. Was it crossed hammers that y'all found in that Illithid chamber? There it is. Yeah, the crossed hammered that you found on that dwarven tunic in that Illithid chamber with all that clothing. You see they're all wearing that heraldry with the crossed hammers. All the dead dwarves in here. But otherwise, like, you don't see anything living in here. And you see there is like a single passageway out of here.
We'll go back and report.
How were they killed?
You think I stopped to see how they were killed? There were corpses littered everywhere. I came right back.
So, killed by dying. Got it. Well,
Maybe this is why he didn't like them. He asked silly questions. That must be it. Must be the only reason.
kill battle.
I assume they died all sorts of ways. I didn't see any bleeding out the nose, if that's what you're asking, but I wasn't looking.
Well,
But we should proceed cautiously. Apparently, there are living things ahead.
there are. I mean, hopefully it's just that they've suffered enough losses that they can't guard this chamber anymore. I mean, not hoping that.
Hoping that.
I mean, right. I'm not
Right.
wishing that they're all dead. I'm just.
It was a
hoping that-
different character.
I'm hoping that that's the case, and not that. Not that everyone inside. I mean, everyone inside is not dead. I know that much, but
Well, why don't we go figure out who's not dead?
good idea.
Good idea.
Just sneak back forward ahead of them.
Okay. Yeah. So you all get up to this this gate, and Phuvil will like say real low, like, yeah, there's usually a band of dwarves here as a gate, as a watch, and when our people pass through for trading or whatever, is they stop here and so. But you get into that and you get into this cavern area, and there's, as you look at the bodies a little closer, you do see some of them have been illithid. They have been, brains have been taken. Some of them have not. Some of them some of them have they're just dead, from wounds or bleeding from the things you've seen and know by now. And then so, but otherwise, the other thing you notice is that there's usually like they're like sconces on the wall. They're like because dwarves do have dark vision, but it's not quite as good as some underdark creatures. So, but all those are out. So looks like they would have a light source at some point, but it's not on right now.
Proceed forward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So you follow a short passageway, and it comes to like a T, and it goes, obviously it goes kind of, one goes back like to your right, and then one goes to your left. Phuvil points towards the left, as in the kingdom, the halls are that way. Points to the left.
Browders goes left.
Okay.
What's to the right?
Just a mine. No connection to the Underdark that I know of, at least to the right.
All right.
So you follow left, and you come, you follow it for, a couple hundred feet, and ahead, you can see that it opens up into a huge open cavern, and as you get to far enough where you can see that you're in a like I said, this is a large cavern. Growlers, your dark sight can't see lengthwise, and widthwise you can just see the other side. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's like 14 different passageways branching off of this one. And as you're like looking, you just kind of look up, as you're prone to do, and you can see that there's actually a bridge that's about 100 feet up. And then you kind of look to your right, because you're sort of at the entrance, and you can see there's another bridge that's about 60 feet up. And then directly to your right, like on this wall, there's like a platform that kind of juts out, and that's about 50 feet up. And that's like connected to the wall. And the other bridges are, extending from above you and then all the way across to the other side.
Feels like a place that heroes would have been before.
I wasn't sure if you remembered or not.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Yeah, you get the hero vibe coming from this area.
Maybe Paragon? Might have been Paragon at that point.
No, y'all were epic tier by then.
Okay.
It was in the last stages.
Okay. Oh, well, there you go. Oof. So way beyond heroes.
But almost.
Yeah. So look at that. These characters are way ahead of those characters. See?
Yeah, we should leave the Underdark. It's safer there.
Do what?
We should leave and get back to the Underdark. It's safer there if we're way ahead of the other ones. And
I mean, your fifth ed characters have already done the Underdark thing. Your fourth ed characters needed till the very end before they could do the Underdark. So right. I think that like we've got this all wrong. I don't think the fourth ed characters are all that powerful. I think we totally switched it up.
Because the fourth ed characters went through and they killed all the evil. Which means the 5th ed characters could go in there because everything, all the big bads are already dead.
That's true.
Oh, all right.
See, the
Sure.
problem is some of the 4th ed characters could just look at, any of the numbers of damage that any of us could do and be like, nah, I'll ignore that.
I'll ignore all of that.
That didn't happen.
I'll just ignore all of your damage. Yeah.
Insanity. I'll point out, even though I know they can't see, I'll point out the bridges and everything that might lead up into the city proper. There are, I believe that you can sense creatures being alive. You can believe I can see bridges.
If that's your special thing, sensing bridges.
No, I see the bridge. It's up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Phuvil says, this is the Cavern of Lost Ways, I think is how it translates.
Lost Ways.
Well, do you know the way up?
So the only way when we've come this way, sorry, he points like all the way across the cavern, like beyond where anybody can see, and like points sort of like diagonally all the way across. He says, we're led that way, and then it takes you around. So yeah, that's the way. He says.
Right.
I could explain it, but it's not really worth explaining right now.
We'll move on that way. Sneak that way.
Phuvil. Or anybody, I've never visited the dwarves before, but they're Thane. That's their leader, yeah?
Yeah.
Would they, if they were being attacked, would they collapse down on the Thane to protect them?
I don't really know dwarven tactics very well.
Does that seem...
But I will say that, and he kind of points up to the bridges, the fact that we can't see anybody on the bridges is probably not a good thing.
I agree.
Those bridges are always guarded.
And they're incredibly defensible.
They are.
That's why I was thinking that they must have retreated to a central point.
I would be cautious crossing here.
This is no dwarven city. It's a tomb.
Yes!
Well done.
Is this where Wigbit has to make a very loud noise? Is that
Yeah,
what you guys are waiting for?
We're just gonna knock a bucket down a.
All right, Wigbit makes a very loud noise.
Wigbit throws the armor. Armor down the well.
And then Ephilis is real mad about it.
Fool of a Wigbit. Yeah. So he says, I proceed cautiously. This is not the Angrist that I know.
Growlers proceeds cautiously.
Yep. I will also walk cautiously into the darkness.
Yeah, is anybody turn on a light? Or we're going dark mode?
No.
Beacon of light.
So we're all dark? Is that what it said?
No.
No, Elijah doesn't like darkness. He's afraid of it.
Oh, so he's turning on the light?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So as you start proceeding across the Cavern of Lost Ways. Everybody make a perception roll. That's a good roll. Those are not good rolls.
Me and my BFF rolled terrible.
That's right.
What did Wigbill roll? There it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's up?
So, Wigbit and Kel, you clearly hear like a scuffling of boots on the ground, if you will, off to your left. And this is by this point, y'all are like, which, you know, probably halfway across the chamber. So you're sort of like close to right in the middle of the chamber. And then y'all hear this noise coming off from your left.
There's something over that way. Over there.
Mm-hmm.
Walking.
I mean, Growlers can't hear you. He's outside the light. Therefore, he's probably outside Whisper.
I'll point the light in that direction that Cal pointed.
How do I do this? I don't do this very well. But I'm gonna roll it. Where's Elma? Why does she do this? Does she perceive? Not at all. She is not a perceiver. I mean, that's pretty good for her. And then Caliph will... Does she perceive? Oh, she does it okay. So yeah, so as y'all are, I'll roll for Phuvil. He didn't make it. All right. As y'all are, so you say that, and then Prince Elatiu turns the light that way. Oh, nice. Nice. Move forward. So as you say there's something to the left, we'll go with Caliph and I'll give it to Phuvil then. Says I hear something to the right as well.
Yeah, we might.
And
Run forward.
And so Phuvil is like facing right, and so he sees something, and he says, over there. And about that time, y'all see...
Hey, Growlers! Growlers!
Y'all see this to your left. And so I've kind of put you in the middle here, but not necessarily in like an order you would be in. So if you want to rearrange yourselves, like in that little bubble right there.
What direction were we heading?
So you were heading to your, like, essentially off the screen to your right, and you were coming from that left side over here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so Growlers would be like up here-ish.
So the bottom,
Here we go.
the second passageway over here, yeah, that one is the one you came out of. And so you're in that area there. Okay. And so then as they say they hear something, and Growlers, you were like face forward, you turn around, and with your dark vision,
Like, shit, how did I miss that?
yeah, well, you're pretty sure they weren't there. You're pretty sure that they have emerged from like one of these passageways on the side. Like that's the shuffling of feet when they say I heard something. Like that makes sense that like they've come out. And as you look across the cavern, you can see that like there's some others emerging from the other side. And so before y'all say anything, Caliph disappears, like to get out of the light partly, but also disappears that way. And then Ephilis says, "We'll take these guys. Y'all take them."
Wait, who's we?
And so when he says that, Ephilis NPCs take off to the right and PCs to the left.
Okay.
Because Johnny's tired of doing NPC battles.
No, that's fair.
Self-inflicted.
Plus, well, y'all did drag everybody down here with you.
Us? They could have refused.
I mean, really, we did. The rest of us weren't here when that happened.
Yeah, it's not our fault.
But yeah, so you see there are 4 Duergar. There is a different looking Duergar in the middle here. And then there's a friendly Illithid in the back there.
Friendly
One of the nice ones.
Right, it's a
They're
friendly
not all
one.
bad.
Absolutely. It is
Not
friendly.
all bad.
Good.
Yeah. So it'll be fine. Yeah,
Really?
but they've come out and they see you, and y'all turn around and y'all kind of see each other, and then they're prepared for battles, so they're going to roll initiative.
I mean, some of us see them.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say if the light doesn't reach, then
Can you make an object that emits light?
can I make an object that emits light?
Yeah.
You mean you want like a sword or something?
No, I want to set my lantern down here.
All right, hang on.
I mean, that emits
Nice.
light, doesn't it?
What's that?
That emits light.
My figure?
No, your lantern.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking to. I thought Alicia was talking to Ephilis.
No.
What?
No. I am asking Johnny if he can make me a lantern to set down.
Gotcha.
Lantern.
There.
Yeah.
And what's the
60.
60 squares?
Yeah. Or,
All right, that's the light.
we can't see it.
Well, I can see it.
Well, there you go. We're good.
Tell us where.
60 feet and 60 feet.
Yeah, I forgot to do all the permissions. How about now?
That's some light.
Yep, we might have to move that forward still, though.
So that's
60 and 60. That's 60 and 60. Yep.
so wait. The green.
Mike needs to turn his off.
Yeah.
I think that'll help a little bit.
Oh, it's 20. It'd be 60 and 120.
So 60. So that's your 60 bright, and
Yeah.
then another 60 dim is like way beyond where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to do 120 there. Hey.
There. 60 and
It's
120 is 60 and 60.
really bright.
Yeah.
Good.
So it's 120.
That's
Good
over
job,
there.
Caleb, getting out of there.
Yeah.
That's why Caleb left. She knew it was coming.
She knew it.
Oh yeah, she knew it. As soon as the light went down, she's like, "Screw this! I'm gonna go kill these guys over here because it's darker over here." Yeah. All right. So did y'all roll initiative?
No, we're just about to.
Just about to. Let me get.
Oh yeah. I have advantage on it. And I don't think my initiative is always just so bad.
Yeah.
You have advantage on initiative and it's still
I
bad.
do, and it's always bad. And I have a thing for when I get to go before other stuff. And I never
Mine
get
was real bad with
someday.
advantage.
Yeah,
Someday
no,
I'll
we
get
were
to go
surprised
before.
this round.
Oh shoot. Caliph. Oh, these are your old initiatives in here. Wigbo, are you 22?
Wait, I didn't click on myself.
You know, I'm 7.
You've been 7.
Seven.
10.
Yeah, I only see our initiative.
Ours look good. You're seeing things.
Hey, 19, that's nice. I like that. Let me keep that.
I was gonna get real. Here are all these guys. Foodie. There's Kel. Kel's on 7, is that right?
11. Well, I'm on 11.
Oh, okay. It's the old. So wow, that's weird. Grotto's one of you.
10.
I mean,
Wigbo, one of
19.
you.
19 is what I got.
I rolled
I'm 7.
So I got 7, 10, 12, and 11. Growlers, when did you say you were? 10?
Yep.
Where'd your
Okay.
19 come from?
But I didn't click on my token when I did the first time, so I redid it, so I'd be in the list.
Oh.
I mean, that's what I rolled the first time. Man, someday I'll get to use that ability.
Yeah.
It'll be cool.
I think you're right.
You have to get 4 saving throws in a row first, Josh.
All right, well, I'm halfway there. We're just counting total, right? Not like per session.
Yeah.
In a row.
Okay, not
4
per
saving
session.
throws in a row.
It can carry over from one session to the next, right? Because
Oh, yeah.
4 in one session, I don't think I can do it.
I don't want to make 4 saves in one session.
Look, I'll just say right now, if this thing eats my brain, I am making a Warforged.
Get it ready.
I've got I looked at the Eberron book. I'm ready. It's gonna be a Warforged.
They will have carved you out of the parts of the old Warforged Titan and Angrist.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm up. My next character is just like up there. Perfect.
Wow, so 13 is the best initiative in this whole combat?
This is awful.
I mean, but hey, you're gonna go before stuff.
I will. I'll go before Tuba Doll.
That seems important.
That'll be good. I accept.
Phuvil.
Tuba Doll.
Good.
Phuvil. Yeah, so I think that the Duergar, when they see you and knowing that you're out of range, they will
Run
disappear.
Interesting.
So there's a disappearing.
They've heard of us.
And okay, all right. So yeah, they disappear, and then that's what they did. So Prince Alaciu of the Leyden Isles.
Okay.
There's a special-looking Duergar. He's wearing plate mail and has a shield. He has a hammer in his hand. He's got like a javelin strapped to his back.
Oh, he's real special.
Jeez.
He's a little different than other Duergar y'all faced.
I like him.
Do what?
And his parents named him Warlord.
Sorry, I forgot to look at my Duergar names, so yeah. He's generic. All right, now I feel shamed. Now I feel like I gotta look up a Duergar.
No, that's it.
All right.
Can I move ready to action?
Duergar name generator. Here we go. Huh?
Yeah, that's how
Can you what?
it works.
What's that?
That's how ready to action works. Your action is to ready an action, and then that action is your reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My action's not my reaction, is it?
Whatever ready to action you have is your reaction.
So like whatever trigger you set.
Right, like it uses your reaction.
It uses your reaction.
Yeah.
But I want both.
Sorry.
Fine. All right.
Oh.
Then I'm good here. And if any of those Duergar or anybody comes up to me, then I'm going to attack them after they attack me. Or preferably before they attack me, as soon as they become visible.
You're gonna, sorry, Nebo. You're going to, sorry, I only heard
If it appears next to me,
Uh-huh.
or comes within range of me and I know about it, but I want to hit them twice.
Okay. So you're readying an action to hit the if something comes beside you.
A bad guy.
All right. A bad guy. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Kel.
All right. Dubadal, I'm assuming whoever this mind flayer is over here, because he has not introduced itself yet.
Dubadal.
And I have one of these,
He's marked.
and then I'll pull out the heavy
Is
crossbow.
he within 90 feet?
Yeah, I'm 85.
Okay.
Boop, 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 boop.
A little hunter's mark on him.
And then we'll get the old heavy crossbow out and take a shot here. And because he's not acted yet, I have advantage.
Oh, all right.
Oh, because you had such a high initiative, he hadn't even had a chance to move yet.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, shot number one.
Off.
What?
You're not bloodied. None of you are bloodied
Oh, yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Get rid of that.
Can be.
Not yet. We can't. We haven't even started.
23.
Yeah.
All right. So this plus this plus this.
So 17.
So yep, 17 piercing on the first one,
Yeah. Funk.
and attack number 2. Imagine a 27 hits.
It does. Do you have advantage for the whole attack action?
Yeah, I have advantage. I think. Let me make sure, but I think I do. Where is that thing?
Yeah, sometimes those read weird.
Yeah.
Like it
If
says one attack and some.
if I knew what the thing it was, if I knew where I got that from.
It's a ranger thing, right?
Let's see. Where is it?
Or is it a feat?
I think it's I don't know. It comes from somewhere.
It's a ranger thing. I've got it
Is it
too.
a ranger thing? Okay, what is it? It's something.
Drew, I've never seen you use that before.
Yeah, I always go reckless, so it doesn't matter.
Is it?
I think you have advantage as long as they haven't acted yet.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a
It's
thing.
got to be first 4 levels of ranger.
Yeah.
First few levels.
Let's see.
Is it from an archetype?
No.
Are you both? No, yeah, I guess
No,
you're
I'm a
different.
Horizon Walker. I'll find it. Oh, shoot. Where is this? It comes from somewhere.
I mean,
I'm that good.
On your first turn during it's Natural Explorer. You have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet acted on your first turn during combat.
Totally
yes.
makes sense under Natural Explorer.
Yep.
So that's why it was easy to find.
Right.
right.
So yes, I have advantage on both of those because it has not acted yet. And
Okay.
it's my first
Okay.
turn.
Cool. So 11 on that attack.
Piercing on the second one. Yep.
Funk. All right.
I'm happy right here. This is a great spot.
Great spot.
Not leaving it ever.
At least we have a target now. You've been marked. No, I was kidding.
It's a hunter Illithid. Ranger Illithid.
All right. It's a hunter mind flare. That's right.
Uh-oh.
I want to go. Yeah, I want to get there. How far is this guy?
There you are.
Oh, he's out of range. Yeah, Growlers will go there and dodge.
Dodge.
Yep.
All right. That's a good idea. All right. Thragvar, the warlord.
Thragvar. Warlord Thragvar.
Thragvar.
Thubidol.
Thragvar and Thubidol. It's got like a lot of things he can do, so I just gotta read them.
Here's our 13,000 XP. These two guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a lot.
20,000 for Thragvar and the other, 32,000 for Zusbingar.
Something like that, yeah.
I think we got this. I mean, we're fresh.
Yeah.
We can do it. Is there anything that gives you 32,000 XP?
So Thragvar will move up, and then as Thragvar is moving up, he
Neat.
he blows himself up.
That's cool.
Bigger target.
And something move, and that's a thing. And that's a thing. And, okay. Yeah. So that's what he does.
Good.
So it's Thragvar's turn. Wigbit.
All right, Thragvar, I thank you for moving
Getting closer to you.
the precise distance
I'll do what I can for you.
necessary so that we could have some fun. So yeah, I'll run up, get angry, and yeah, hit him with a Durgar Warpick first.
Oh, a Durgar Warpick.
Ooh, that won't do it.
Yeah, so that like bounces off his shield.
Okay, they make their shields to counteract their Warpicks. How about their Warhammers? Any better? A little better.
20 is the number. Yes, that is a hit.
All right, 14 with the hammer.
Okay.
And now let's try that Warpick again. See if that.
Yeah.
That's a little better.
Yeah, it's finding home now.
All right. So 16 piercing.
After walking for a few days, you gotta get the
Gotta get the swing up.
Haven't
Yeah.
swung the weapon in a little while. Yeah. Get that shoulder warmed up.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Y'all been a little rusty for the last few days.
Yep.
I mean, y'all did so much fighting for a long time, and then y'all took a break. So, yeah. Thubidol has just been shot.
Sucks to suck.
Twice.
Sucks to suck. So that means you're 90 feet away, aren't you?
Yep. Sure does.
All right. Then we're going to have you make a wisdom saving throw. But you do have advantage on said saving throw
Easy.
because you were an enemy of Thubidol.
Watch this. Easy. I'm inspired to make this save.
You already had advantage.
But you already had advantage.
Oh, that's
on
right.
it.
It just gives you advantage. That's right. Never
Yeah.
mind. I failed.
We are surprised.
Let me
Wait,
look
you didn't say fail the saving throw?
up. Back to normal.
Does that start over? Does it start the count over again?
Yep. Back to square one. All right. Let me start looking up what class I want this guy to be.
No, I think we need to start looking at what classes we want to be. That's the role, man.
Cool. Well, that'll make the combat a little more exciting. All right.
Good.
I mean, I think Thubidol's pretty happy with his round there.
Is he?
It went pretty well.
Is he?
I mean, he didn't like taking 30 damage or whatever he took, but
No, he won't again.
he's also gonna look at something here. Let me see. Yeah, I think he's gonna actually start to do that.
That's good. That's a good class for a warforged.
He's gonna move that way, parallel that way. All right, so we go to the top. Cool. Well. Right. No. No.
He's activated his run silent system. If you're watching and you haven't played Captain Sonar, do it.
Who's our radio operator?
I hope
Radio back there.
I hope somebody's been tracing where these things are going.
They've been running on silent since they started moving.
True. Pretty good. They get double silent.
Yes. It's rude.
So I think that actually what happens is that they
Surround Wigbit. Oh, boo.
Good.
but they don't actually attack this round.
Oh, because they used it all up moving?
No, they just need to blow up first.
Mm-hmm.
They just they didn't want to get hit by y'all, so they had to go invisible first.
Right.
I guess
Oh,
that
that's
would be
because they think that's going to keep them from getting hit by us.
Well, no, I mean, they know they're going to get hit, but they just didn't get hit immediately.
They're just
That was the idea.
in the right spot to get hit by the cone blast that's about to hit us all.
So they march. By the way, does your hunter's mark go away when you lose concentration? Is it a concentration thing?
Concentration, yes.
Does he lose concentration?
Yeah, did I lose?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let me see.
Does Dominate make you lose concentration?
That's what I was looking up.
If they tell you to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I think it would be part of the action if that's what Thubadal would tell you to do. Because, yeah, I guess technically you still have it because you haven't taken any damage.
So is it a bonus action to drop? I don't remember what it is. I feel like there's some action you take to drop it.
I think it's just free for concentration. Unless
No.
it says otherwise.
Yeah. Some of those do.
Yeah, Hunter's Mark doesn't. It's a bonus action to reacquire it, but there's no, like, I do this to take it off.
Then, yeah, free action to stop thinking.
All right, Prince Elashu, these two Duergar appear beside you.
When they appear, then do I get my reaction from the last round?
Yeah, I guess you would, because that's what you were holding for.
So I'm going to use my ready to action first.
Isn't your ready to action, though, just your action?
So this is his reaction.
Is it a reaction or is it a ready to action?
It's a reaction as you're ready to action.
And then he'll get to do his actual action since his tick is next. So he will get to do this on their tick.
Yeah, I'm attacking on their turn, and then I'm going to attack them on my turn. And then I'm going to attack them on their turn if they choose to attack somebody that's not me.
All right.
Because I'm a fighter.
All right, fighter, hook me up.
All right, 20.
Good start.
I'm killing this one first.
Okay.
Because it's not the right direction. Let me reroll that too.
2, nope. Oh, you got better.
3 more.
Doubled it. I doubled it. So that's 13.
13.
And then I'm going to attack it again.
It's almost a crit.
Nearly. I'm gonna reroll both of those.
Better.
All right, that was a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
That's 15 instead of 8.
Okay. Yeah, there's bloodied Durgar.
All right, now on my turn, I'm going to attack this one again.
Okay.
17.
That's a hit.
For another 15 on it.
All right, you killed it.
All right, that gives me a bonus attack. So I'm going to attack this one that's south of me twice.
Okay. Fire away.
11.
That is a miss.
Damn. All right, I'll attack it again. That wanted to be an 18 too.
It really did. Roll 20 is mean.
That's
There's their 18.
That's an 18.
Let me roll that too. So for anybody that's keeping track, that means that out of the 6 times that I've rolled, I've only had to roll 4 of them.
Oh wow, you're ahead of the curve tonight.
Yeah.
And you haven't rolled. And you haven't rolled less than.
It's gotten
yet.
better every time.
I have. So that's another 15.
Okay.
All right. And I'll take my... No, I guess I won't. Yeah, I will. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I'll take my action surge.
Oh. Yeah.
All right. This will teach them to appear beside you.
True.
All right, fire away. Yeah, yeah.
Let me roll both
yeah.
of those.
75% so far. But
4.
Ah! It was almost a 6.
Hey, that one became a 2, all right?
The one
That's-
turned into a 2. You're damn right it did. That's
it
what
didn't
I
go
got.
down either.
Oh,
Doubled
God.
both of them.
So what did that make then?
11.
11. All right.
All right, and last attack for now.
No.
For Christ's
there it
sake.
is.
All right, I'm going to move to right here.
If it makes you feel better, sorry, I'm slow on the click. Your 11 actually killed it.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I thought it had 12 left, but it only had 10 left, so the 11 got it. So your reroll damage really mattered. So I guess you would have used that 1 on the other attack, right?
Well, unless he's
Oh, I would have
there,
had advantage on it.
advantage.
Okay.
Or there.
Yeah, right there.
There you go.
All right, so you rolled a 1 and a... Yeah, take the 22. Yeah.
15 more.
Ooh. No reroll.
Actually, no.
It's you.
That's confusing to me.
I mean, you can reroll it if you want to.
I don't want to. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, so Prince Elishu goes nuts. Great sword swings around and does Durgar all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Big Durgar all over the place. Well, I suppose they shrink back down to normal size when they die.
Do that?
Spinning like
Anyway.
a top there. Like you did how many attacks in
A lot.
6 seconds.
some seconds? I
7
think you just spun like a ballerina swinging your brutal long sword or great sword.
Two.
Yeah.
He's not exhausted anymore.
No, he's rested.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was ready to fight.
7
Yeah.
attacks in 12 seconds.
Yes.
I mean, that was a lot of swings of a sword,
As you do.
as you
I
do.
mean, maybe you do.
Well done, sir. Clearing the battlefield. All right. So on 11, Let's
Yeah.
see what Kel Hawthorne's gonna do. As it turns out, Kel, I get to tell you what to do. It's kind of
Sure.
neat.
Whatever you
Yeah.
say, I'll do.
You know, I was actually joking about that. Like, he could just be immobilized.
Right.
Immobilized.
It's not. Sorry, it's not on his list of actions that you can't immobilize it. You know,
Yeah.
I would want to cheat. I would want to cheat. That would be cheating. You know.
Well, I didn't know if you were just humoring me. And like, you don't have to do that. Nobody else does that. You don't have to do that.
I do that, then I can't do anything else, and I want to do stuff. So I'm just gonna tell you to take a. Let's see. Yeah. Shoot the dragon man.
Shoot the dragon man.
Yep.
Okay.
So he can't he's not, or Thubadal is not delving you to know all the specifics you can do. So you're just gonna take shoot the dragon man as many times as you can is like the what Thubadal wants you to do.
Okay.
So
Do
you're not moving your hunter's mark or anything like that.
am I considering the Duergar an ally right now?
Yeah, you are actually.
Okay. I thought
That is-
I was.
That is a thing that's happening. Yeah.
Do it as many times as I can. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hey, dragon man. So as I'm running, switch the heavy crossbow for a hand crossbow and my non-damage rapier, because this is the most attacks I can do. So we'll do hand crossbow first. $28, hit you.
Yeah.
$7 piercing.
I'll take some of that.
You just got shot in the back.
Yep.
Rude.
And then I will attempt to stab you.
Ooh.
Good
Good
thing
thing
you're
I got adamantine on.
All right.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
All right, he's wearing the adamantium, so no,
Okay. All
I
right.
take the
no
5.
crit.
All right. So 5 piercing,
The first time it's been used.
worked.
Yeah.
Yep.
and then another hand crossbow.
That was, wait, 5 piercing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you didn't get the double. Yeah, so.
And then another 7 from the second hand crossbow. And then I'll go here.
As you move away from me, I'm going to take a...
Nope.
No, I won't
Nope.
take...
And you
Nope.
won't anyway, because I melee attacked you.
Right.
Can't do it.
What does that mean?
You can't melee. I melee attack you, so you cannot away me.
Right. Because he's a ranger. And it's not a disengage.
It's not a disengage?
Nope. I'm
Nope.
just moving
No.
away.
Walking away.
Oh, weird.
Just casually strolling away.
I got you.
All right.
Well, that was
What'd I
kind of
do?
neat. Yeah,
Now,
we should
Rude.
do that more often.
or is he stuck like this?
What?
And now he'll make his save, or is he stuck like this?
No. Now it's Growlers' turn.
Oh, that's okay.
Remember,
Good.
I don't want. Right. It's Growlers' turn.
All right, well, this is no good.
Cool.
So Growlithe will turn invisible.
Ooh. Growlers turned invisible.
So
Someone kill that Illithid.
Huh?
Kill the
I didn't know.
Illithid.
What do you think I'm
I didn't
doing?
know Growlers. How did Growlers turn invisible?
With the invisibility spell?
Oh wow. Okay.
Just, I haven't used it.
Secrets.
It's a new one. I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah.
He'll bonus action to move there with a key point. Uses energy.
So you cast and double moved.
Yep,
Okay.
that's it. Those are all the actions.
But you are invisible,
Quite.
which means I can't see you.
Also,
'Cause that's what invisible means. All right. Cool.
Lord
Thragvar.
Thragvar.
Let's smash some stuff.
I really wish Wigbit was also a sentinel right now. Because then no matter which way this Duergar attacked, it'd be screwed.
Oh, right. Oh, I could have attacked. Oh, well, whatever. He was all excited about combat, and he forgot he could have attacked last round.
Who?
Dragvar. He's not very bright.
Oh,
and he's
Dragvar.
a thrall. He's a thrall, so he's just got all kinds of things going on right now,
Come on,
messing him up. You know?
Dragvar.
Yeah,
Get it
kids these
together.
days. All right. Yeah, so he's going to raise his psychic attuned hammer here, and he's going to he's going to smash a Wigbit.
Psychic
What the hell
hammer.
are you talking about?
Psychic hammer.
Are you
no.
kidding me?
He's gonna break.
No.
I'm just,
Johnny,
hey man,
it
I'm
just
just
feels personal at this point. It just feels personal.
They've heard about you up here.
you're a legend, man. You
Yeah,
are a
there's-
legend.
Stories about the frogman with the weak mind.
So I think 23 hits, right?
Yep.
They've been spending
All right,
the
let's
last
see.
week building a psychic hammer just for you.
I'm going to take that hammer now, and I will deal psychic damage the rest of this campaign.
All right. So here you go. So you take 14 bludgeoning damage. So, you know.
Okay.
And then a wave of psychic energy bursts through you, and you take 6 psychic after the hammer hits you. And
Oh, boy.
what you notice about Thragvar is after he hits you with the hammer, he's really fast, and you feel like he's going to hit you at least 1 or 2 more times.
All right.
So Thragvar's second hammer time. Ooh, I think he missed. He got all excited because he actually hit the first one. Yeah.
I missed.
And then he's aggravated, and he's like, I'm going to smash your face in, frogman.
So let's do it.
By face, I mean
Do it.
brain.
Let's smash faces. Yes.
Ooh.
Now you wish you still had that adamantine breastplate, I bet.
Wait, did I roll a crit?
Yep,
Yep.
you crit. You did.
I rolled a crit.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it. I did roll a crit. Look at me. All right. Here we go. Let's roll 4 of these dice. And add 4 of these guys. So this is the bludgeoning damage. So that's woo-hoo-hoo.
Ooh.
So
Ouch.
32 bludgeoning. So you take 16.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
worth
then I guess I get to roll some psychic, huh?
Yep.
I guess
I
so.
get to roll
Oh, boy.
2 of these dice for psychic damage. Oh, that's lame.
That could have been.
So
That could have been bad
4
news.
psychic damage.
That's
So
not.
I guess you took
that
20
was
real
so
damage
worth
in
it.
all, though.
Golf
Could have
clap.
been 20 psychic damage.
Ouch.
So he like, yeah, so he smashed, missed, smashed again, and when he comes down with the third one, he yells out in, they speak Dwarvish, if anybody speaks Dwarvish.
I think I do.
So he yells out something in Dwarvish, and when he does it, the other 2 Duergar are like, oh, boss man's ordering me to do something. And so the guy behind you is like, oh, I'm supposed to smash this puny frogman in front of me. And so, yeah, he's going to take this enlarged war pick attack on you.
Psychic war pick.
That would be gross, but no, it's not psychic war pick. It's
He also gets attacked for making.
oh right.
There's like, let me re-roll those dice.
Can't get worse.
It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be a lot better though.
No.
So I got a question. Yours is a reaction to what I do, right? So I still got my attack.
Yes.
Because you actually might kill him. What'd you do? How much damage did you do? You did 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna kill him after he hits Wigbit. So Wigbit takes 9 hole piercing damage.
So that's 4.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
then you like as he cuts down the Wigbit, you slash him from behind.
Yeah.
And
Right
yeah.
through the base is fine.
Yeah. And then this other one, well, can't actually, what kind of attack? That's a weapon attack. Yeah, we'll throw something. We'll throw the javelin at, actually we'll throw it at the frogman because he's in range, so Let's see. Ranged attack right here. It shouldn't have been with advantage, and it doesn't matter because he missed anyway. So a javelin flies by you, Wigbit, and hits the ground. So that was all on Thragvar's turn. So Wigbit, it is now your turn.
Yeah, let's start swinging Durgar warhammers at each other. So,
are you gonna do psychic damage back?
Maybe.
I was waiting for Wigbit to spend this turn just trying to pull the hammer out of this guy's hands. Like, no, this is mine.
I'm so tired of you guys.
Yeah.
I like my war pick.
22 hits.
So 14 magically piercing.
And Wigbit hits hard.
And then I'll swing the hammer. For is 17 gonna hit?
Actually, no, it clangs off his shield.
The hammer. And then let's get this war pick. Oh my gosh. I am stunned by this psychic hammer.
Yeah,
this is not.
He clanged off his shield and you brought the pick around, and then you clipped like his plate armor and it bounced off.
But I will move while I'm doing this over here.
By the way, your blast attack did bloody, said Thragvar.
The one I got with. All right.
Yeah, the one you hit with did bloody.
Did it do psychic damage?
No.
All right. I'm just checking. I thought maybe.
All right.
I'm done.
Okay. So Thubadal. So he doesn't see that fella, does he? No, they're not. Wrong one. So yeah.
Mike, how many times did I hit you?
3.
You should have 12 more damage.
Why?
You're a humanoid.
Oh, favorite enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's another +4 on each of those.
That's not great. I was pretty proud of myself for not taking all of that damage. Then you just added all that more damage.
Yeah,
Well, you
sorry.
What?
Attack him back.
I'm not gonna kill a cow.
I didn't say kill.
Yeah, so those who didn't see it, when Elishu stabbed the Duergar and killed it, and the Duergar started to shrink. He's got the Duergar pinned on the end of his sword, and he holds it up, and the blood of the Duergar washes down over his gauntlets.
Yeah, of course.
And Elishu, you feel strangely sated now, because you were it actually had been. So that was actually one thing you would notice over the past couple of days. You weren't real happy about having no blood to wash your gauntlets in.
And then nobody would let me fight, so that was cool.
Right. So I think what happens on Thubadal's turn is we will take total control of Mr. Hawthorne. So we're going to get in the old head here. And so I need you to do something about this dragon man who keeps killing all my thralls. So
Okay.
I haven't killed all of them yet.
You've killed almost. Move the hunter's mark over to him, please, as your bonus action.
Sure. I would love.
And then now we know what we can do. I need you to light him up in the best way you know how.
All right. I will do that.
Yeah, you definitely should just cut him in half.
Since he is your...
Cut him in half. I don't know if I can cut him in half. So let's
Prince Elishu.
see. Wait, what?
Prince Elishu should go.
Cut me in half?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, 'cause Is that on Thubadal's turn, or that's what he's saying Kel does on his next turn?
Oh no,
This is Phuvil taking his turn to make me do this, I believe.
Let me read. That's a good question. Let me read the wording of that. I'm assuming it goes on Thubadal's turn.
I thought he went on Kel's turn.
So he made me. He just had sort of like a passive control before, but is this something different?
That's right.
Because he was just like.
So he cast that last turn, and then you did it on his turn. So, that's right. So that's a good point. Yeah. So his action is then to make you do all the things. So when it is your turn, you will then do everything.
Okay.
Unless we can kill the Illithid between now and then.
Unless you can kill the Illithid or Kel between now and then. Yes.
I don't think you need to kill Kel. So that haven't we experienced this before, where like
there's something where you hit them and they get it safe.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, as long as it's the same thing, then yeah.
I'm sure it's the same thing. We've been trying the same thing for a while now.
Yeah.
I mean, but who knows? They could be different.
Good. There's one way to find out, as Prince Elishu would say.
All right, so then the Duergar. Man, they're so slow.
Yeah, he should definitely move up.
But they're big.
Is that double moving?
Well. Yeah, you're kind of dumb. So we'll double move over here.
That's excellent.
And be menacing. Arg. Okay, Prince Elishu. Yes, I guess the hunter's mark isn't on Elishu yet. It will be on Kel's turn if things are still alive. All right, you charge up through the Duergar blood.
21
with advantage. A 21 is a hit.
Let me roll one of those.
There it is. Nailed it.
I'll take 10.
All right.
Hey, you slash him across.
And I'll attack him again. Didn't make it.
Hey, cling off his shield on that attack.
All right.
Is that it?
Just 2 attacks instead of my normal 7?
Yeah. I was waiting for more.
Are you underwhelmed? I'm sorry.
I was just waiting. Yeah, all right.
I can't do that every round.
I mean, I was expecting. All right, Kel.
All right.
Now,
move
your mark on to Prince Elishu.
So Elishu's got a hunter's mark. So that's cool.
Yeah, so.
Yep. So I guess we're pulling out the heavy crossbow since he's over there. Yeah, we'll shoot at him. 23 get you?
Yeah.
So 20 piercing on that first one.
Which is 24 because he's your favorite enemy.
Yeah,
did you add it's in there. Oh, yeah, okay. I used my favorite enemy version.
Oh, right. Nice. Yeah, so 20.
And second one.
Dunk.
21.
Oof. At least this time you don't have the...
So 14 piercing on the second one.
Dunk. Your allies are killing you.
He just dumped a lot of damage on me.
Maybe he's trying to hit the warlord and you're just in the way.
He's not shooting me because he's controlled by an Illithid.
I'm such a bad shot.
Somebody's got to kill that Illithid. I can't keep this up.
Oh, you're bloodied. Woo. All right. Was that it, Kel?
Yeah, that was bonus and 2 attacks. So that probably will do it. Unless he wants me to go somewhere.
I'm gonna control your move as well. So
Yeah,
I'd like you to move over here closer to me, please.
Closer to you.
Actually, I'll move you.
I got 40 feet, so wherever you want me.
Wow, you're so fast.
Yep.
I need allies like you. There we go.
I mean,
I'll move you there.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
didn't, and then you grabbed one, and now you have one.
No, I do. Yeah. God, that was fun. I might have to just do that again. Cool. All right, Growlrez, you are invisible.
Yeah, Growlrez will step up there, and he's gonna do some stuff.
There he is.
One of these.
Been waiting for the big Growlrez attack here. Yeah, that'll hit.
For 8.
Okay.
And I'll do another one of those.
I'll do all the concentration rolls after you finish your attacks, just to make it easy. Oh yeah, that definitely hit.
For 6. And then he's going to use his other key point to do a flurry of blows.
Oh.
17 hit.
Yep.
For 8.
Ouch. Phuvil is bloodied, by the way.
Yeah, he is. 12.
12 is a miss.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Bounce off his breastplate.
There you go.
That was good.
Wasn't bad. It's 3 rolls.
So you hit me 3 times.
Yep.
I got to roll a 10 on my concentration check, right?
Yeah. Sorry, there's not much hope.
Not the con save, right?
Yep.
That's con, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's not magic, so...
It's a regular roll.
It's anti-magic.
I mean...
Yeah, it's a disadvantage.
I will probably fail one of these.
Okay. We'd be fine with that.
I will probably fail one of these. Because I failed that one right there. That's a 9.
Thanks.
Yep.
That needed to happen.
Yeah, that javelin in the back will do it to you.
So, yep. So yeah, he didn't see it coming at all, and loses the concentration. And Kel, you snap out of it.
Oops.
Oh.
And you see your crossbow bolt sticking out of the back of Prince Elation.
Sorry. Sorry about
Is that your back? Does that mean you're
I'm over here.
good?
Somehow.
The Illithid was controlling your brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, point that crossbow away from me, all right?
Yep, sure. Will do.
Yeah, before you went unconscious, then Alacia was near perfect. And now he's
I was pretty conscious. And man, it's great shooting at humanoids. Like it.
Yeah.
You know, Durgar are humanoids.
They are. But I haven't been shooting at them.
No.
All right. So on Thragvar's turn, Prince Alacia, go ahead and get your reaction, because he's gonna smack Wigbit here. At least with the first attack. I'll let you roll yours first.
Let me just reroll that. So that's a 24.
Oh, you went brutal on that? You went brutal on that attack?
Yeah, you have a chance.
Nice.
I typically go brutal on my sentinel attacks.
Make them really big for it.
Yes.
Yeah. This was a big mistake. No.
Yeah, he attacked an error.
Wigbit does 19 hit.
Yep.
17 is AC, okay. So you'll take, what's the damage? Yeah. So the bludgeoning is inconsequential, but I'll roll it. So 10 bludgeoning, so you take 5.
That's something.
And then 8 more psychic. So that's attack number 1.
You're gonna have so many Duragar weapons.
Attack number 2 also. 23. So you'll take 13 bludgeoning, so 6. And then
That buddies me.
7 psychic on top of that. And so he hits you twice, and then about as he hits you the second time, that's when like Prince of Laishu like hit him really hard. And so he's staggering, and so he turns around and like, I don't know if you're a Sentinel Wig, but he's gonna turn around and smack Prince of Laishu now. He's gonna try to smack Prince of Laishu.
Not a Sentinel.
Oh, by the way, I cheated myself on damage for you on that, so I need to roll a little extra. I should have been rolling 2d10 because he's enlarged. So, I don't remember what I told you. It was 13 and 10.
Yep.
So the 10 becomes 13. And then the 13 becomes... 22.
I got bigger.
I got a lot.
Yeah. So add, I don't know how you want to do that, but however you want to do it. And then he's going to turn around and try to hit. Oh, I forgot to add the +7 to that. That's not with advantage. Oh, that 20's first. Oh, damn it.
Nope.
The 3 is.
Huh?
The 3 was first.
I know. For a brief moment, he had his sights set on critting this dragon man that just ran me through. But your sword, he must have just thrown him off as he turned around and swung at you. And then he yells something in Dwarvish again, and this Duragar behind him, like, okay, boss. And so he's going to attack here. Warpick, where are you? Bringing the Warpick down on Wigbet. 18. Yep, 17 is the number. 4. Ooh. Almost maxed it. So 17 piercing damage.
Okay.
I'm really glad you got those 3 fast.
Yeah, that was a good play.
Some good murder.
That was murder.
And Thragvar will stand there, and he's shouting at both of you in Dwarvish loudly, like slamming his shield. I mean, it's a bloody mess, but it's not stopping Thragvar.
Warlord.
Thragvar. Warlord. All right,
Every time he puts his back toward me, I put my hand on his back to get some blood off of him.
Just like start wiping your knife.
No, I'm pushing on him.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on in his claw right, like, this is weird, right?
Yeah, Kel, you could definitely see that going on.
Yeah, like
I don't know. I
in the blood. He's been down here too long.
That's a hit.
I mean, maybe that's normal. I can't. I don't.
Thragvar.
Yeah, is that like a dragonborn thing?
13.
The first one I've met, so I don't know.
Is that against Thragvar?
Thragvar. Yeah.
Kind of gross and unsanitary, though. Seems like.
I mean, he seems the type, yeah.
Like, you don't know what that's going on with the.
He's still up.
Does he lick it afterwards?
Maybe. I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
He probably should.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, your pick, because he slammed his shield and he turned around and looked at Prince of Laishu for a second when he put his arm on his back, and when he did that, your pick just came down right into his back, and Thragvar the Mighty falls over.
While he's falling, is his warhammer shrinking?
Yeah, all of him will. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a grab for the warhammer if I can. If I have to wait till next turn, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it takes a round to get big, so it takes a round to reduce as well.
So right now, all.
Yeah, it's
Huh?
a two-handed. It's a two-handed hammer.
It's a maul. Yeah.
All right. Well,
All.
I'll keep my eye on that thing while
Okay.
I swing around at the other guy with my
Oh.
puny warhammer
Oh, that wasn't puny.
for 20
Good.
bludgeoning,
Yeah, that was a big hit. Yeah.
and then I'll give him one more 4-pick swing. Ooh, 19?
19 hits. They don't have the full plate on.
13 for him. 13 more.
Yeah, so he must have been a little disenchanted by watching Thragvar go down, because you just turn around and like put the war pick and the warhammer just like right into him, and he just falls right over and
Warlord fell.
starts to
I
shrink.
guess I'll leave my warhammer for a second and pop up there. It hurts me, but that's what I'll do. I'm done.
All right. So Thubadal, Thubadal has one thing he hasn't done yet.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of feel like it's about time for Thubadal to do it, because Thubadal's not going to be around.
You can wait till next round.
No, I don't think he's going to be able to do it next round, unless this goes really well.
Good to find out.
But he also knows wherever he moves, he's going to get OA'd. Because he is a smart fella.
Yeah, not dumb.
So I think if he moves here and then puts it on Wigbit, I think I can get 3 people with that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get all 4 unless I take an OA, and I don't know if I can survive an OA, to be honest. So,
Yeah, that'll get us
Yep.
all right.
for sure.
So yeah, here comes the Mind Blast. So the 3 of you make yield intelligence saving throws.
Made it. Made it.
Well, this is going well.
And
Oh, a crit! Oh, he's like, you've been in my brain one
Yeah.
time. Get out. All right. So this is the those are pretty good.
Yikes.
27 psychic damage, and you are stunned for a minute.
Oh, Wigbit.
he's not stunned.
No.
Oh,
I mean,
I
he's
dropped
Is
very
I
stunned.
dropped my bad.
Very stunned.
too much psychic damage.
Hey, Leishu. Stun. Your favorite. Your favorite thing.
But this battle, Elishu did work this battle
He
though.
did.
He made up.
Yeah,
Did a lot before he got.
That's
before you
right.
got the old stunned.
Yep.
All right. So Prince Elishu, it is your turn. So you may make an intelligence saving throw.
I can attempt one.
Oh,
Checks out.
okay. All right. Looks good. So Kel.
Yeah, so I think I can make it over. Oh, yeah, we can make it over there. We got plenty of move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Go there. Get some advantage. And as I'm running, switch out, drop the heavy, pull out the hand and the rapier. And so we'll go hand crossbow at this fella. Oops, that shouldn't be advantage.
Yeah, it should. You're
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it should. Yeah, that's right. I had it on for a reason. 17.
17 hits.
This.
Point blank in the back.
Yeah, I always roll 1s on the sneak attacks, but
There's the attacks are not very
no,
good.
it's always
So-
1.
Rogue
So
levels.
9 piercing.
Did you not move your hunter's mark back?
No.
Okay.
Rapier. 7. Or
Just in case
25.
you need it on Elishu.
Just in case.
So you can
25.
So
Definitely
9
hit.
piercing there.
All right.
And then second hand crossbow.
Ah, damn it. I was hoping you were out.
No.
All right, I'll do it.
I don't ever run out
Okay.
of attacks. What are you talking about? 7 piercing. So
I had
shot,
2 left.
stab,
I was
shot.
hoping I was going to have 2 left and
Oh, that's
try
why
to
we
survive Growlres, which
that's
I
why
wasn't
we
going to
go
survive
for all
Growlres, but
I figured
Yeah.
if you did, you'd be in range of Growlres anyway. So
yeah.
just hit him as many times as possible.
Yeah, so shot, stab, shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ducking around, looking cool.
Well, on Growlres's turn,
Mm-hmm.
that's not great. That is for Wigbit.
All right. Yeah. So Wigbit, you're at 16 now.
That bar is real thin there.
Yeah, it is real thin.
Wow. There's a tiny bit of green on that bar, but it ain't much.
Oh, why does everything hit your brain down here? Dang.
What do you mean?
Is it make brain armor?
It is.
Oh,
Yeah. No, it's
So-
it's a hammer.
We just have a lot of really smart people down here, so
brain hammer.
a lot of brain damage.
Hammered you in the
Hey.
brain?
Oh, the hammer, yeah, it hit me in the brain too. I'm gonna go check that thing out.
All right. Here's the fun part of the night. How many rolls does Prince Elishu need to be unstunned?
Oh, screw you all. Let's
A lot.
see.
You
All
want
right. He's already had one.
Yep.
Here we go.
2.
2.
I guess I might be stunned too, right? You don't get unstunned for dying.
right?
Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot you were still stunned too. Yeah, so you would see how many you take. Oh, he made the 4th one.
It's pretty good.
Not bad.
It's very good.
Only 24 seconds.
Yeah?
Yeah,
New-
Wigbit, how many did you
might be a
take?
new
How many did you
record.
take? Oh,
Well,
Wigbit was ready.
Easy.
Gets right out.
I've got one
Yeah.
for you.
So you're part of the battle, and as you look kind of across the cavern, those of you that can see
Eplis
far
is
enough
dead.
to turn the light. Eplis is dead, yeah. Caliph
knew
is
it.
dead.
We better get over there.
Yeah, yeah. Phuville's over there. He's the last one standing, and like the mind flayer reaches to his brain and pulls his brain out.
Yeah, as we
and,
turn our attention, Phuvil gets his head cracked open.
Phuville's brain eaten out, like flung to the side. Yeah.
He almost made it.
Oma
And Oma has turned to this giant dark angel, and she like turns around and
Uh-oh.
that's who we fight next.
Awesome.
And that's who we fight next.
That's our next fight.
right.
Another one. Another one of those.
But no, they handled their business over there. A few nicks and cuts and scrapes. They keep Phuvil alive. Essentially, like they kind of stand in front of Phuvil just to make sure he didn't die. And
He was chucking some magic missiles.
he was firing his magic missiles. And but yeah, so
What do they have,
Yeah.
like a dozen Dedalithiter on them?
huh?
What do they have, like a dozen Dedalithiter on them?
Nope, just one. Just one. It was same type of thing. Like an Illithid leading like some thralls, Duragar. So same type of thing. But they come back over to where you guys are, like gathering the light. So Wigbit, when you pick up the hammer, your warhammer feels better than this warhammer does.
What?
And you take 50 psychic damage.
I was ready for that. That I was prepared for. So it's
Um,
just the guy, it's not the hammer?
Yeah, you kind of feel that like it's coming from.
Yeah, I'll smash whatever his skull or something.
Okay, he shrunk back down and you just like
Snap the hammer.
smash it.
With his hammer, and then I'll leave it planted there.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. So so I mean we're out of combat now. As we're like looking around. Kale's rolling a D8.
Just ammo tracking, the ranger mini game.
Mm-hmm.
The what?
The ranger mini game of keeping track of your ammo.
Ah, got you. So yeah, they come back over and like, yeah, Phuvil. Yeah, this isn't good. If we're fighting here.
No, it's not. And if they're coming out of other passages in this place.
Yes.
And there's probably more of them.
So we can only hope that the dwarves haven't fallen. They just had to retreat into their city.
Yeah. Actually, let me think about it for a second.
The tuning.
Yep. There might be some more. Hang on.
Yeah, I mean there are. You detect dwarves and gnomes. The folks around you. Some Duergar. Yeah.
Yeah. There's more Duergar here somewhere.
Any monstrosities
There
in
are
the
some-
vicinity?
There are some dwarves and gnomes alive in here, in this city somewhere. Or,
Alright.
well, there. That way,
There.
this far.
Can we assume that the Duergar are thralls accompanied by Illithid?
Maybe.
I mean, based on all of our experiences so far, would everybody be fine?
Assuming that.
What's that?
Yeah, I think, would we be fine making that assumption?
Yeah.
It's not a bad assumption to make.
Right.
I mean, not necessarily.
I mean, yeah, Duergar could have retreated to a dwarven shelter and safety.
In dire straits.
I mean, if we're playing the odds here.
But I'm just saying, it's
Yeah.
not a sure thing.
Right.
If you were a dwarf and there were a Duergar who was like, that mind flayer out there is trying to make me into a thrall, please let me in. I hope they let him in.
It never happened. The dwarf would go die fighting the Illithid. Be like, I'm not going to the Duergar for that. Never happened. Not with a real dwarf.
Yet, Wigbit, you don't detect any monstrosities. I mean, it does say 5 miles, so I can't guarantee there's not a monstrosity like out in the Fairnall Mountains somewhere that might be within 5 miles. But as it pertains to the immediate vicinity, no, there are no monstrosities. I mean, there's probably a monster out there somewhere within 5 miles, but no.
I just realized I got 4 bolts back. Those are the ones that are in Leishu. sorry about these. Let me just get those out real quick.
Hard to get back.
Yeah, pop.
Galatia's bleeding all over the place.
Oh, Ed, you are bleeding all over the place. Wow,
Yeah.
you and Wigbit both.
Yeah,
Y'all
they're
have-
so good.
there's a lot of blood on this floor. Yeah. Yeah. So comes down like Ephesus and Phuvil, like, I mean, y'all are all kind of talking about it a little bit. But Ephesus does say, like, it's interesting. If you believe in prophecy, well,
Where are the
where are the dwarves? And that is where we'll end tonight's episode.
Dwarven?
Where are the dwarves?
Ours has no idea what's happening. They're up there. That's why we're here, right?
Yes.
Find out next time.
Find out next time.
Find out next time.
So we'll be back next Thursday to find out where are the dwarves. Where are the dwarves? And then
Trolls.
Yep. And then Sunday night, Blades in the Dark will be back.
Blades in the dark.
And then
We made a plan. Y'all are gonna be amazed.
there is a plan. It's a great plan. Forgot what it was.
I don't
I
remember.
did too, but we made it in the car, and it was a good plan.
Yeah, it was.
We can make that again.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll remember.
It involved making money. That's what I remember.
It did.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
did involve making money. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, check us out Sunday night, 9:00, Blades in the Dark. Next week, Thursday, 9:00, D&D. And we are going to have a schedule change coming up soon. So make sure you stay with us on Twitter. And once we figure out what that is, we'll let you know. But there won't be next Thursday. Will be the last Thursday D&D for a while because I will have class on Thursday night until 9:20, and so I won't be available. But we're gonna figure it out. D&D will keep going. Be a different night. Schedule's gonna maybe be a little more flexible, but we'll let you know. So make sure you're following us on Twitter for updates on D&D following next week. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. See you
Good night.
Sunday night. Bye.
Night.